Hello. Can y'all see me? Back in Colorado. I see Bonnie has been here and left a comment first. Hi, Miss Paula. Hi, Sherry. How are y'all doing tonight? Oh, there it finally popped up on my tablet. Hi, everyone. I am a little bit, well, not jet lagged, but we've done. Hi, Mallory. How are you? We finished our driving today. So we did about 7 hours today and 7 hours yesterday, Jeff and I, getting home from Texas. That way we're able to do some snooping and stopping along the way. And that's what I brought for you guys to see tonight. And we'll see how much of it we can fit up here in front of on the desk and go from there. So, hi, Ma. Thanks. Yeah, I almost feel weird not talking to someone, just talking to myself right now. So, how has everybody been? We did a whole big long weekend going to Texas. Saw my nephew get married. It's a very nice ceremony. All of our family, I think almost all of our family came down from Colorado. I think pretty much all the pretty closer family. I don't know what that means. Not closer, less extended family. Came in. So all my nieces. Hi, VTW88. How are you doing tonight? There's Jeff down in the chat. And so this was my sister-in-law. So Jeff's sister's oldest son that got married. He has 5 siblings. They were all there, plus 2 husbands of theirs. All 3 of my kids and a significant other were down there. Jeff's aunt and uncle, Jeff's mom, their mom, and a cousin and one of her kids and her grandson. So a whole bunch of us all together. Oh, and Jeff's brother and wife and one of their 4 girls came in from St. Louis. So that was fun too. Well, thank you very much. We had a really fun time. We were all in the same house for 4 nights. It was about 18 to 25 of us, depending on how many were there at one night. And I think we all pretty much got along pretty well. It worked really good. It was a big, giant, nice open floor plan house, and they had a pool out back. So, and the kids, they're all 21 basically up anymore. All were able to hang out for the day after and just kind of chill and have a good time. So it was really fun. I have posted a few pictures. I should post them more on Instagram. Well, no, Miss Paula, no one would ever dream of that. I don't even think anybody got into any terribly huge frustrations. So that was awesome. So, yeah. We took a little different road back, because I always like going one way and coming back another direction. And there's Miss Bonnie. She's back in. And, some of them had to be at rehearsals and some of them had to be back and forth for different things and stuff. So there was enough in and out and lots of places to go and do in that big city of San Antonio. So we even drove out to Bucky's, because you can't go to Texas and not go to Bucky's. And boy, that place was a madhouse. That was like going to like old school 80s malls or Walmarts or Targets Black Friday sales. It was crammed. Lots of people running around everywhere. So yeah, and it was nice. I'm really glad we were able to drive in 2 days there and 2 days back, because it's just much more enjoyable that way. So well, Mallory, I mean, we get together here in the Springs, and we can get up to 20 to 25 people just for a quick Sunday afternoon get together. So lots of them are pretty much used to being together all the time, just not that long. So think we all did pretty well. What do you say, Jeff? I think it went pretty good. And it was a beautiful wedding. Kids had a great time. Most important part is that they're married and they're doing good. So, but who knew that there were still mosquitoes in Texas in October? Not me, but I have, I don't know, close to a dozen mosquito bites to prove it. So, yeah, that wasn't fun. I know, Marilyn, we're getting one up here in Colorado too on the north part of the state. So, and then, hi, Lindsay, how are you doing tonight? We're gonna for sure have to stop when we go to Oklahoma in 2 weeks because my son got this really cool phone mount for the car and he's so cool. I got it at Bucky's and I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to go find me one of those when we go on our next trip because I think that would work well for my phone. All explaining it to me. So that was cool. So yeah, I have 3 boxes and 2 bags that I brought back of all sorts of fun stuff that we picked up along the way. So what is Bucky's, Paula? It is a giant service station, like truck stop, for lack of a better word, but it's got home goods, clothing, all the drinks, all the snacks. It even has all the outdoors grills and chairs and that kind of stuff. They also roast and do spiced almonds and cashews and peanuts right there in the store. They have a big giant jerky counter, like a deli counter of all different kinds of jerky. And then in the middle of the store, they make different kinds of hot sandwiches like barbecue, brisket, and pulled pork and stuff like that, right hot in the middle of the store as well. So it's like mega truck stop on steroids, a whole branded thing. And they have like 100, I don't know, 50 plus gas pumps out back, out in their parking lot. And it took us a time and a half around to even find one to get get gas when we pulled in there. So it was big. Yeah, Jeff got the brisket, and it was really pretty good. So yeah. But this one was like a free-for-all. The one we've been to in Alabama, it was like one way in and one way out and very organized. And this one in Texas was not. You could go in and out of any side of the gas station you wanted to. So, hi, Rita. How are you doing tonight? So, hey, we got about 27 people in the room. So I think I'm just going to start. I'm going to grab a small bag and we'll start there. So there will be some rattling and some unwrapping going on. So I don't even know. No semis allowed. I didn't even think about that. I guess you're right, because there was no way they were getting in and around that's the gas station. That's for sure. It's much more of a destination because they have like 5 banks of slushing machines and they have really beautiful bathrooms. They're always clean. So, yeah. It's kind of like somebody decided to make an amusement park out of a truck stop. Well, hello, Beverly. Welcome. Thanks for joining us tonight. So I'm going to do a little bit of show and tell. Great. Love to have you. I've just gotten back from a trip from Texas for a family wedding. And I'm going to show you guys what I bought along the way. And some of it's going to be show and tell. A few pieces are going to need to go to a show. But other than that, I usually give my YouTube watchers first dibs and start things a little bit lower than I would put them at my booth or at a show. So first up is probably one of the pieces that I found this time. So this is Fenton. It is a, what's the optic called? It's the diamond optic. That's what it is. There's a diamond optic in the glass. It's kind of hard to see because you're seeing both sides of it. And it is the melon-shaped vase with the tri-crimp. And this is a color called mulberry. It goes from a purple to a blue. me find my white. See if we can see it well at the bottom. And this is an older one. So it's an overlay, kind of like they do with the cranberry. But you can, there you go. You can see the blue at the tips of it. The older mulberry is more sought after and is quite a bit more expensive. So I picked this guy up. He's going to go to one of my shows, and he's probably going to be in the $250 to $225 range for starting. And he's only the 6-inch vase. So mulberry is a beautiful color. Ooh. Are there shows in Oklahoma in the next 2 weeks? No. The show we're going to Alabama in 2 weeks, Ma. Basically. I don't have any shows this weekend. Thank goodness. I need to spend some time organizing my my stuff, getting ready for my Scandinavian shows. And then I have the Viking Fair, which is my first Sons of Norway show this year. And then after that, we leave for Alabama for the Sassy and Classy Glass Show in Rogersville, or it's in Anderson, which is just north of Rogersville, Alabama. So, hi, Vintage and Vino. How are you doing tonight? I hope you got my email okay. I hope I didn't spam you too many times. I did it quick while I was in between driving today. So, all right. So this is also a Fenton piece. There's the oval. Let's see if we can turn it the right direction so you can read it. I think that's close to it. Nope, still upside down. Right there. I don't remember, and I don't know because I didn't look it up. Most of the time we were just running around doing stuff. So it's fresh, farm fresh from all my finds. And I was trying to figure out what base color. Oh, it's amber. Excuse me, amethyst. It's an amethyst base color glass with a carnival finish. I don't think we're going to be able to see it. The carnival finish is really nice on this. That's their jumping trout. And these usually run somewhere in the neighborhood of $75 to $95, give or take, depending on the colorway and the finish. So this was a fun find at an estate sale. That is going to my Fenton pile too. Oh, you saw it, Paula? Oh, you must have fast eyes. I grabbed myself another nice big black apron for working at the lodge. This one's got the adjust at the neck so it doesn't fall down too far. So that'll be nice for having for our dinners coming up soon at the lodge. Now, this will probably have a few things. It's noisy, I'm sorry. Hi, Suze, how are you doing tonight? That we can do offer ups on. One of the estate sales I went to, they had all the old Christmas bags for everybody to use. Look, this is pretty funny. Look, it's from Jeff in Texas. Don't know who that Jeff was. So, you haven't seen those, Paula? I guess they're not as easy to find. They and they chip occasionally right along the fins and stuff too. So, but this estate sale, these finds, the house was coated. It hadn't been. I mean, I know I don't dust all that often. Hi, Laura. How are you doing tonight? But a few of these things will definitely look better after they're washed. However, you guys are going to get first dibs on them. So I have 2 paperweights. One is a single heart. And Paula, we can start these at $8 choice. It's got a nice ground base on it. You can kind of see it go to that the yellowy amberina on that. I do not know the maker on these, but this is a single heart or the double heart paperweight. This one looks like it was poured into a mold, like a drop mold, so it was poured in this way That's where it's got its shape, and then the gravity just leveled it off. And I don't see any marks on that either. And let's see. Oh yeah, that's what I thought I saw. They both need a good scrub or good wash, but you can see they do fluoresce with that cadmium in the yellow. Oh, look at it, show up really great. So that is the double heart. It's all on all the sides where it fluoresces. Hi, Annie Christie. Good to see you. And here's the single heart. Let's see. I thought it looks like it's more on the bottom. You can see the glow where it was ground. So I don't know if you can see it through. I'm not seeing it very much through the top. Very little at that top edge. A little bit of a dust glowing in the black light, unfortunately. But, so there's these two paperweights. This one is very much more a ruby, dark ruby color, but it has a lot of fluorescing. Wow, yeah, it just totally pops. I see Paula's in at 8. Thank you, Paula. And then this is the single heart. It'll be choice. I'm trying to see. This one has a few inclusions, has some little bubbles in it. And it is not very, very smooth on the glass itself. It's got a little wobble to it. That's why even the reflection is a little distorted. But the double heart is a little bit more smooth. So if anyone else is interested, it'll be 9 or higher. And if I have a volunteer hey, Jeff, do you mind counting it down for me since Paul is bidding for herself? That would work well. So the choice is the single or the double heart. Let's see, is he listening or did he change? He said hi and doing something else downstairs. That or, yeah, Mallory, Annie Christie, both in the chat tonight. That's awesome. Okay, Mallory. Yep, Mallory, are you available to back up Miss Paula on this one? That would be great. Oh, Annie Christie's got it. That's right. I hear the guitar downstairs, so he might have started playing after he said hello to people. It's definitely got a lighter, not as much color through it, because you can see like on my hand where the color's going through. All right, yep, going once, going twice. So we have Paula at 8, choice. I'm gonna get my sticky notes going. And we're sold. She's taken the double heart. Awesome. Thank you, Paula. If anyone else wants a single heart for $8, just say heart in the comments. That's right. Now this one is probably one that would look so much better if I washed it, but it's coming as is, just as I found it. It is a fairy lamp. Fairy lamp. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 sides to it. And they interchangeably walk into each other there. And these are decals that was put on it that are a cardinal with a floral. I do not know who made it. There's no marking on the bottom. It is about this big. It is a little bit yellowed, so what I'm wondering is if I wash it, if some of that will come off, but I don't know for sure. I'm not terribly excited about soaking it because of the decals on it, but it definitely needs at least a little bit of a scrub to get some of the dust off. But as is, as I found it, I can start this one at $12. And I should get my ruler out so you can see how tall it is. It's 4 inches tall. And it's about 4.5 inches wide, 4 1/4, a little bit more than that. You'd think it'd be easy to set that down on there, but I keep wanting to set it down like this so you can see through it. Kind of like that little chevron pattern there with the 5-sided shapes, making it into a little lamp. And if it doesn't go before I wash it up, that's understandable because it definitely needs a bath. It is a little different, I agree. So, okay. I'm going to set it to the side. See how the lag is doing tonight. Paul, isn't that something? Paula says. Interesting. I was kind of thinking that, but I don't know for sure because all we did was run around, do some shopping, go to the wedding, hang out, drive home. So I did a lot of driving with and being around and out and not being able to be on my phone and stuff. So the shape looked familiar to me, so that's one of the reasons why I picked it up, Mallory. This lady must have loved red as well because everything she had, the majority of what she had was red glass. So, all right, we're going to get a little Christmas out of that red estate sale. I have 2 of these available. They're exactly the same. They are red laminate trays with gold Christmas tree designs on them. One is a little less dusty than the other. I have 8 1/4 by 5 3/4. They're just a small tray. And these are Otagiri. Oh, where'd it go? Missed it right there. Made in Japan. Both of them are marked. This one is a little bit more worn. Must have been the one on the top of the stack that was used a little more often. And it says Design Gibson Greeting Cards Incorporated. So Gibson was a company that kind of rivaled Hallmark. And I can start these trays at $6 each, choice, one or both. Think that they would make a nice backdrop to a display, or they'd make a great for your keys, or I mean, they're very, very versatile for even using for on a table. Bring a few things, put your sugar, creamer, and stuff like that on it to bring it to the table. So I have 2 available, starting at $6 choice each. Let's see, make sure I keep all my receipts in one spot. Don't want to lose those. Let's see, this one has a little bit of wear on the oval, and this one's just a little bit better condition. There is no copyright date on the back of them though, but they are both marked Otagiri and Gibson cards. How is our lag doing tonight? Ooh. This just got a weird notification. Oh, I did get a notification. Mallory's sending me stuff. Can't go look at it, but I see that it came through. Thank you, Mallory. Okay. That's what I was thinking. I know I've seen other ones with other decals on it, so you know, when it looks familiar, it's highly likely that it's something that I have seen before. So thank you, Mallory. I appreciate the link. All right, is it too early for Christmas? We'll pass on the trays. Oh, goodness. I missed out on making lefse this weekend. Not this weekend. Yes, today. Just today. At the lodge. But I get to go to the meeting tomorrow night. So there's a lot of stuff happening at the lodge this month, too. So my calendar for October is pretty full. It's kind of amazing how full it is. So, all right, we're going to go on to the next piece. This is a small book. I thought it was neat because of the cover and the colorway. Scottish clans and their tartans. It is a hardcover and it does have the dust jacket on it. So this is what it looks like without the dust jacket. And I can start this at $5. Try and find. This compact book has been a standard work of reference for more than 80 years. A complete authority on tartan designs, formerly artist drawn, are now photographed from the cloth. And it is a history of each clan and the full list. Trying to find the copyright for you. Original first printing was 1891. The 44th printing, which is this one, is from 1977. Johnson and Bacon Publishing in, let's see, where was it published? Printed and bound in Great Britain. And there's a whole bunch of listing of the names at the beginning of the family names, the list of the clans, and then we get into a description of each clan and a color photograph of the tartan design, which I think is really neat to be able to have it in color. I mean, a 1977 one is amazing to have them all in color. So lots of each section, each page. So from each one is a description and then the tartan design. Thank you, Suze. I appreciate it. This has, here's the Wallace clan. Everybody should know who the Wallace clan is. And it has, I was going to see how many pages it has. Oh, well, doesn't say. But it has 96 clans in here, pictured in all the different tartans for 96 of them. And they're all different designs. That's what's amazing. And it looks like whoever first owned this was part of the Kennedy clan. And it has a little bit about the Kennedy, and they had this stuck in at the page here in the book that was for. So let's see. H-I-J-K-K-E-N. I can do the alphabet. We can count it down for Sue's. Here's the Kennedy clan. That's what they bought it for. Got some purple. No, it's got some reds in it. And then with the greens and the blues, it does look a little purple. But it's a fun little book. But between the history and the great graphics on it and the color photographs, it's definitely worth a pickup. Tartan. Oh, perfect. Wonderful. I just think it's fascinating. So one of the kids' teachers, thank you, Suze. Her husband was one of the local directors of they call it, he's the clan leader, of whatever here in Colorado, or I don't know, something like that. I'm kind of going backwards because the stuff I got last is on top, but that's okay. This is going out to my Scandinavian sale. It is a tin that's been painted in a rose mulling design. Kind of got a little scalloped edge to it. Hi, Julia. How are you doing tonight? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. So it was originally made in Ohio, but that's going into my Scandinavian stuff for this upcoming sale. Might have to have another pile. So many piles. Okay. Oh, I tried to pick up cards for each of these little towns because every time you go through Texas, you could probably go a different way and never go the same way twice. Still get to where you want to go and never find a store back that you've been to before. So, tried to pick up the cards. I have this pattern platter with a atomic pattern on it. I thought it was kind of fun, mid-mod style. We can start this at $18. It is made by Steubenville. And there is the mark on the back. Horizon by Steubenville. Oh. It has one small chip right here on the edge. Let's see if it'll go for me. There it is. And otherwise it has like a beige and black and green starburst on the big one, and then a black with the green on the small one. Hello, Geneva. How are you doing tonight? It is like, has a little bit of a lip to it. So stuff won't just, so if we have any, I don't know, liquids, they're not going to roll right out of it. And then that kind of makes it where the oval looks like a handle then. It is 12 1/4 by 10 1/4 and just 1 inch deep. So 12 1/4 by 10 1/4 and 1 inch deep. It is I would say an off-white background because here is white next to it. Not a white background on the glaze. And what else was I going to show? It does have a little bit of crazing on the background. Trying to see if we could have that show up or not. I don't know if we can. I don't know if you can see it in this section here or not. But it's a fun platter design. Very mid-century. Goes with the greens and the blacks. And all those colorway. And since it's a platter and it's a useful serving piece, I thought it could go with lots of different dinnerware, tableware as well. Did we lose Miss Paula? Did I say too much and she couldn't get me in the description? There it is. Oh, she's getting all the all the size in there. It starts at 18. Sorry, Paula. 18 was the start on it. Thank you, Laura. And what was I thinking? Oh, we have 41 in the chat. It's amazing. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out. See what I found from my Texas haul. I'll give it a little bit since it didn't, the description didn't get up there real quickly. So it would be fun to be able to put this in a plate stand as well on the back of a shelf. You could turn it the long way, or, you know, depending on which color you want it up to show more as well. Hi, Fiona. How are you doing tonight? Thanks for popping in. I guess I'll just keep going in this box. Put that over to the side, out of the way. Let's see what we can find of this. Jeff went down to the Riverwalk. Jeff did with I think his aunt and his uncle and a cousin. I've been there before a couple times, so I was fine not going down to the river walk. What did we do? Trying to think about it. Oh, I went to the estate sales. I went to 2 estate sales and an antique mall. That's what I did instead of the river walk this time. But then the next day, or on Sunday, we went to the Japanese tea garden. And a lot, I don't know, that's the picture I posted on Instagram. We had 3 carloads going out to that. So, yeah, it is pretty. Jeff loves it. And it's nice. I just wanted to run to some estate sales while I had time to before the wedding. So that's what I ended up doing. Oh no, Fiona's not feeling good. Oh, I'm sorry. Hope you feel better. Yep, lots of vitamin D and zinc and C and fluids. All that good stuff. So. All right. Well, we're going to pass on the platter and I'm going to go with this little miniature basket. These are the mini baskets that Fenton created. It is about 4 inches tall. See if I can find the Fenton mark on it quick. I don't know. I know it's a Fenton basket, but I'm not seeing the mark on the bottom. It is, I'm not seeing the mark on it, but I know it is. So it's a pale lilac, almost looks pink on the screen with the opalescent on the rim. And this one I can start at $18. It's got like that, what they call the buttons and arches pattern on it at the base. Oh, good, Cheryl. I'm glad. Always glad to hear when everybody gets their packages. Hi, Daniel. How are you doing tonight? You're staying up late. How's it going in Illinois? And it has the little pressed in handler marks there. They said that these little mini baskets took just as much work as the big baskets to make because you have to know all the exact same skills. It just took, you know, probably a little bit more to make it in miniature. And they're super cute. That's the base of it. I like anything smaller. I think it's cute. But they said they were just as hard as the big ones to make. Or, I don't know. They're not easy. And I'm tired. So, goodness sakes, apparently I can't talk. Hello, Julietta. How are you doing tonight? I think it was the other way around, that these were harder to make because they're smaller. And he couldn't make them any faster than the big ones because they took all the same amount of work and steps to make. I think that's what it is. Forgive me tonight, guys, while I get my Texas lag back. I mean, we gained an hour coming back, but only thing that did for us was still daylight when we got home. So I'm glad everybody's saying hello in the chat. I appreciate you coming and hanging out, encouraging each other for well wishes. And the lag must be something because I just can't see Paula's comments in there. Oh, headed to Oklahoma. Nice. Oh, yes. Can't quite decide where I want to send my wrap. I did half of it one way and half of it the other. Oh, see, there you go. part of the healing process there, Cheryl. Oh, goodness. Thanks for remembering to put the thumbs up in there. I appreciate it. I believe this is a flash painted hen on nest. Let me turn it the right direction. Because it looks clear on the bottom. Yeah, it looks clear. And then it goes to an orange or amber. And then the green on the other side. So I think it's clear base glass that they flash colored. But it was a cute little hen on nest. A little different colorway that I haven't seen before. And it wasn't coming off. So it'll head to my booth if nobody wants it here. Hello, Lori. How are you doing tonight? Thank you. It's in there and I just missed it. It is. I just didn't go back and read it. You're right. So I would probably put $12 on this in my booth because it is an unknown maker to me and it is flash colored. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just not, you can't soak it in the sink because the color will come off. So I would start it for $10 here for you guys. Good, Lori. Good to hear. It's about, let's see, with his tail, he's about 7 inches and about 5 inches tall. So it makes him about 4 inches wide. About yay big. I thought this would be a fun one for fall colorway, fall themed. And it'd be one that you wouldn't have to worry about as a, even if you used it for a candy dish, you wouldn't have to worry about something like this breaking because it is not a huge collector's piece and it doesn't have a big giant price tag on it. It'd be very, I wouldn't worry about using it on a daily basis or, you know, for throwing some candy corn or something like that in. So you can see his feathers. Got some good detail to it. But I don't see anywhere with a mark on it. And look at the basket weave. I like the fall theme of it. So he will, she will head to my booth as well. If I'm going too fast, if there's something else you want to see, you just let me know. I'll come back to it. Let's see, this one. Okay. Miss Paula, I would start this at $12. This is a little out of season, in my opinion, because generally we think of baskets for spring, for Easter, but it's in nice pinks and purples. It says Little Miss Pixie. I would imagine there had been some sort of a perfume or soap set or bubble bath or something like that came in this metal basket. But I love the detail of the graphics, the butterflies and her purple dress, and thought it would be great for a little display or even to do a display in a thing in the stuff with all the stuff sticking out of it. Oh my goodness. I had it and then it left me. It's not marked on the bottom. So let me see if there is a contents made in the United States of America. So it doesn't say where the basket was made, but it says that what they had in it originally was from the US. So nobody threw it in the chat. There it is, assemblage. Thank you, Laura. I had it and it left and then came back. But yeah, it'd be really cute for an assemblage or even for a little one. A small child would be great for Easter egg hunts and stuff like that. So I thought it was pretty cute. Look at her face. She almost like looks like Little Bo Peep. Got little polka dots on her dress. So, whew, finally, not finally, but Laura saved me. Thank you. I finally got the word out. Now, this one, oh, Glowy Girl is in at 12. Thank you, Miss Carol. And hey, I heard you went and found Miss Barb at Pumpkin Pie Days this weekend. Thanks for visiting her at the show. Hope you found some good buys or some fun items that you liked there that were a little bit different from the weekend before. And if there's no other interest, which is totally fine, 13 or higher. Paul is counting us down. Thank you. I don't feel tired, but my brain is going slower than I want it to right now. Or my mouth is not caught up to my brain. One of the two. Wonderful. I'm glad you found some great stuff up there. All right. Thank you, Carol. Perfect. Now, this piece I found inside the package. So I love the graphics of the package, but it's got some damage at the top. It's got some damage at the bottom here. Hi Peggy, how are you doing tonight? To see you. I did send you some pictures in the emails. I realized that one of them didn't send earlier, so I hope they've all gotten to you by now. But these are the containers, like before Tupperware kind of packing containers. And what I was thinking was that they would be better individually sold, because they'd make just a great piece to display. And they have these hard plastic lids that go right on top. They're supposed to. Just like that. Or yes, they're waxed, Kathy. It says Vapo Can food containers. Oh, lids are not included. Lids are packed separately. Free freezing booklet inside. I doubt that still is in there. So for everything, all different fruits and vegetables and everything like that. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 10, but I think I only have 7 lids. So what I figured I would do is put them out in my booth for about $5 a piece with the ones with the lids on them. And then without the lids, they would be probably $4. So I see, look, this one had zucchini in it in 1977. And that's what I was thinking, Laura, is with the lids on it, these would make a great riser because it's a nice solid and flat surface and the graphics are there. So let's see, I'm going to give her some. Thanks, Bonnie. So with the lid here, I do $4, which I have 7 of. We can just do a quick claim on. And the lids say vape can and I'll read that in there. Container Corporation of America, patent applied for. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. So I have 7 that would be $4 each, and I have 3 that would be $3 each if anyone is interested. They were used back in the day. They do say Sears and Roebuck Company on the back, printed in the USA, or Freezing Foods. I'm guessing somebody used some sort of like a grease pencil or something like that on them for the content. That one doesn't say anything. Let's see. Oh, this one last had, I'm not quite sure, but it last had something in it in August of 1967. Whatever whatever that is, was. This one had string beans in it. String beans in 1972. And I believe they're all the same size. Just pull them out just to make sure. Yep. They're all the same size. Yellow squash, 1971. I was drawn to these because one of the collections that my parents had when I was younger was a whole bunch of ice cream, butter containers, anything that had a good graphic on it, and especially if it had a crown or the word king on it, then they collected it and put it in their up on their old cabinet. This one also had yellow squash in it. I do have 7, and I have one that is a little bit shorter. It'd be the $3 one, and he has a little bit different graphic on it with the penguin. So it's a little bit different size. Also manufactured in the USA. Hi, Leanne. How are you doing tonight? So I will just put these aside, and they will head over to my booth. All right, back in there. I do like the graphics that are just on the box itself with her in front of the freezer. Look, she's got a whole freezer full of those cartons. Let's see, Jody. Let me double check quick. If the payment came through after I left last week, I did not ship it. I shipped everything that was paid for before I left I shipped out on Tuesday because we drove to Texas Wednesday and Thursday to be at a wedding in Texas. So if it came through since I left and then now I'm back, I will be doing shipping tomorrow morning. Did we have a holiday this Monday? Just out of curiosity. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I did realize that, Jody. It was one of those really weird things where when I copied and pasted my whole list to the next thing to alphabetize it, your name didn't go through for some reason. So I apologize for it being late in the first place, and it will go out tomorrow. Perfect. The wedding was fun. It was good. A little different. It was hot, but not as hot as it could have been. So that was good. Oh, see, I couldn't have shipped out anything yesterday anyway, so I'm only 1 day behind. Kind of. So, all right. I picked this decanter up. I love the shape of it. I'm going to hold it up and show it to you with the stopper in it. Okay. Thanks, everybody. I knew I saw it coming up somewhere. It has a pontil right there. It's pretty smooth considering. I could guess whose it is, but I haven't searched it. But I love the shape. Who did I miss? Hi, Thrifty Hippie. How are you doing tonight? I read that as thirsty. I was like, who's Thirsty Hippie? And here is the end of the decanter, which mimics the bottle shape. So it does have a few bubbles or lines in the glass, but that comes from it being blown out. Like here's a little bubble right here. I think it adds character. It's got this neat little 2 ring or double ring detail on the neck of it. It is that lovely, it's basically avocado green, but it's a little bit darker than that. So it's not, I'd say it's somewhere between avocado and Christmas green. Whoa. Oh, my tablet's going to go out on me. My devices have been giving me fits. I don't know why. I mean, I would guess Blinko to start with, and then I would say Mexican glass after that. And those would be where I would start looking for it. So, Bandero. I was not, Julieta. We went, to say the house we rented was in the outskirts of San Antonio, and then the wedding itself was in Fredericksburg, which was almost an hour away. So there was quite a bit of driving back and forth. It is, with the stopper, it's almost 15 inches tall. The stopper is a little over 3 inches, and the base is 8 inches across. So no, I can offer this up, but I would need to start it at $70. It doesn't have a tight fit. It's ground just on the end where they took it off the ponto, looks like. And it's not ground at all inside the neck of the decanter. So try and give you a good look at it. I know it's kind of busy back there. It reminds me of a beaker shape. So that's my decanter that I picked up. Thank you, Miss Paula. And I think it is hand done because it is not, like the lip is not totally level here where it was finished. It has a little wobble to it. I mean, it's just not totally level. You can see this side is up a little bit higher than this side. And depending on how I'm holding it, you probably can't see that. But it was definitely hand finished piece of glass. Yeah, well, and Fredericksburg is totally German touristy town as well. Have a lot of tourist stops in there. Tried to stop in an antique mall there, and they're like, sorry, no bathrooms. We have 10,000 square feet of antiques, but no bathrooms. You need to go up the street to the gas station. And I was like, bye, thanks. When you're driving, doing highway driving and dropping in at places, I mean, you could stop at a gas station quick and then maybe stop at another place, but lots of times there isn't that opportunity. So it gets a little frustrating. And it was definitely priced high for the tourists, because that little town was packed even on a Monday when we drove through it on the way home. So, because we drove back through Fredericksburg on the way out, on the way north. Hello, Colleen. How are you doing tonight? So unless I'm missing anything, Miss Paula, right? That's what I thought. I thought, if you're going to be like so proud of how many square feet of vendors and antiques you have, then you probably should want to keep them in your building, which means a restroom, even in a tourist town. So, but I'm going to go back on here and see if I missed anything. Nope. I think we're good. So I'm going to set this on the floor so I don't tip it over. See what else we can find in the box. Hey, we got 60 in the chat. Wow. Hi, guys. Thank you for joining us. This bag came from Colorado. So a quick stop we made on the way out of the state. Oh, these are fun. I love these. Center point or comfort. Oh, Comfort was no, this that little one I was just talking about was in Fredericksburg, downtown Fredericksburg. Comfort was cute, but it was way more boutique-y and a lot of new stuff and a lot of reproduction and shabby chic there. So we stopped and we looked at a few of those on the way into the wedding because we went, Jeff and I left a little bit early for that so we could stop on the way. But they were nice. We loved them. They had a great restaurant and lots of restaurants and coffee shops just like right next door to each other. So these are little glass ghosts with candy corn made into earrings. I think they are adorable. Hopefully they're not too late for Halloween for this season in October. They are on a ear hook. I'm assuming it is like a nickel plate, but it's probably just, you know, nothing spectacular, just a hypoallergenic kind of one. But this pair of glass ghost and candy corn earrings will start at, I can start them at $10. And I'm gonna go up and see what Jeff said. Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, we walk into a place and we're like, restroom first, and then we'll shop. And when you're driving hours, that's how it goes. And yeah, that next place we stopped at, I don't remember the name of that little town. They were spectacular about it, and I filled up a box there. So that worked very well for me. Let's see. The dangle on these is an hour and a half. An inch and a half. You're an inch and a half drop from the hooks here. So, but they were fun. I've seen, you know, I don't know if it's something that somebody put together or if they're beads that, you know, somebody made a lot of, but I just thought they were cute and very festive for Halloween and fall. Pretty much. So there were only, I mean, honestly, it was only like 2 places like that. Everybody else was pretty good. So thanks, Paul. They're wiggling. That's why they're not focusing. You little ghosties, stand still so you can see everybody. They've got hands. I'm not quite sure what they're doing. They look like they're gonna dance, being next to each other here. So there are normal ones that like we stop at when we're driving back and forth through Kansas. We actually know where the restroom is and we're like, see you in a minute. And they're like, it's unlocked. We're like, thank you. So I know they're gonna give each other a hug. They're cute little glass beads. Okay. That goes to the side. And I'm gonna how much they were, sorry, Gilletta. They were a $10 start on the ghost earrings. The ghost candy corn earrings were a $10 start. All on it. I'm gonna try and read the back of this pin quick so I can, thank you, Mary. I'm not sure what that stands for. Let's just do them as a quick claim. If anyone's interested in those ghost earrings, just put ghost in the chat. They're yours. The next choice is this little Santa, like a cookie pin, and he's metal. And good evening, Mary. Thanks for joining us. Here is his marking, and I'm not sure if it's a HYLU or an MY. And I don't know what that stands for. All right. I got you, Joletta. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. And all right. So perfect. I got Joletta. Christmas Santa looking like a cookie, kind of like a snowman Santa. And it is metal painted brown, and then like the enamel, shiny enamel where the frosting is. Do you remember the old egg white frosting decorating cookies? That's what he looks like to me. He would be an $8 start. And well, that's okay, Sandy. Better late than never, and you're always happy to have you join us. He's 2 inches tall and about an inch, almost an inch and a quarter wide. Ginger man. Yeah, ginger man. Gingerbread Santa. Correct. But he's got a little weight to him because it's a metal base. There is one little chip right there, the brown, but from the front you can't see that. Yeah, not an hour and a half this time. Wow, yay big. Oh, fun. That's always more important than YouTube. I'm glad you were able to go to her play. Right, Paula? Grandkids come first. Kids, grandkids, family. That's right. So I was in Texas for a week. Pretty much everything else goes by the wayside when I'm out traveling, especially when it's for family. Because that's what we do. Okay. So Christmas is just not nobody's into Christmas yet. That's okay. I don't know why my tablet won't power back on. It's crazy. This is a decanter bottle, a penguin green glass decanter bottle. He has a painted white belly and he's got a little bit of paint loss. But this is like those dog and cat decanter bottles. You're gonna see it says made in Italy on the base, right here on his feet. See if we can get it. So made in, and then it says ITA. And then you have a little bit of something on the bottom there. I don't know what that says. I know they all grow up so fast. It's amazing. Oh yeah, it was really nice. We had one day was overcast. That was before the wedding, so it kept it really comfortable on Friday. And then I think the highest it got was about 85, 87. So it was very, very comfortable. When I did get a chance to look him up, and these are running about $45, give or take, depending on what they are. He's got a cute little belly on him, but he does have some paint loss. So I would probably put him in my booth at about $35. So I would start him here about, I would say 25. But look at his face. I love his little face. And I think the lid is plastic. And it has a screw cap in there. And then there's not much in there. It's been thoroughly washed. That's nice. How was your day with Trisha? Joe? Somebody else, I'm assuming, is asking that question. Or to them. Do that question. So the penguin bottle would start at $25. It's really a little unfortunate, but I think that's just where he was handled. when they washed them and stuff, if somebody had filled it, probably, where they've just handled them over and over again for pouring and whatnot. So, but oh, I should tell you how tall he is. He is almost 12 inches, so 11.5 inches tall, about 3.5 inches deep, and about 3 inches wide. So 3 this way, 3.5, and 11.5. You could repaint it, totally. Oh, that's right. I did hear about that. Yes. I think I heard them talking about it yesterday. We did watch a few. Jeff would be like, so-and-so's on live. Do you want to listen for a while? And we get excerpts of it as we went up and down hills. So we didn't get it all, but we heard lots of it. So, yep, you could repaint it if you wanted to. And it probably wouldn't be too big of a deal to. You could probably pull off the rest of the white that's on here. It's not coming off easily, but he is kind of fun the way he is. Hi, Healthy Species. How are you doing tonight? Thank you so much. Yes, I jumped on Avon's channel this afternoon and said hi on her live. She was so sweet and shouted me out last week and got us over that little 1,000 number mark last week. So that's been really fun. So thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. All right, Miss Paula, you ready for the next one? This is a vintage card tablecloth set. And I'm going to start it at $15. It has, I'm going to unpin it so we can see the whole thing. It has 4 napkins, and they are stitched with the roosters on it. 1, 2, and then the other side. Do they fold them one way and then the other way? 3, 4. And it is a card table size tablecloth. It has that old school, shoot, that's not going to come to me, what that word is for going around the edge like that. And then it is all hand stitched. It has roosters in all 4 corners, and then it has like the little music notes between them. I'm not quite sure what song or what, I don't know what that would be representing. I guess the roosters are just crowing in the morning or something like that. You finally met Avon. Ran into her at the Ark. Nice. Sounds good. We're all usually out running around. Ooh, fuzzy off of that. Drifting around here in Colorado Springs. And let's see. Let me do a measurement for you on this. So 17 doubled. It's 2 inches short of 3 feet. So 34 inches. Yep, 34 inches square. They did a really nice job of putting that tape on the edge of it too. Right up there on the edge. Right? Just like I did all day yesterday. Yep. Card club. Or like bridge. That's another one I've heard them called, is a bridge tablecloths. Just for those card table sizes. Then they're not hanging over the edge and you pull off the cards off the table on mistake. It does have a little bit of a fray where that edging has come together, but that would just can be just trimmed up and it would look nice too. Yeah, I thought it was super cute. So, and these are trimmed the exact same way. Those were a lot more work to do than just the tablecloth itself to go around these 4 napkins. So, all right, on to the next thing. Let's see. Oh, okay. It'll take me a minute to unwrap this one because there's two pieces. Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. I keep saying us. I guess I'm thinking it's me and Paula. I don't know. Myself. Don't worry about it, Paula. No problem. All right. Is Mallory still awake, though? Because this is something. And I probably should look it up first, but I'm going to guess on it. I don't know who I don't know if it's LG Wright made this because I've seen it in the bittersweet before, but this is in the ebony black glass. It is too thick to tell if it's amethyst, black amethyst. And it has the lid. Yeah, it's just too thick to tell. So it's probably more the ebony glass. And here's what it looks like. Oh, and it's got some weight to it. Oh, well, all right, Laura, you just let me know. You heard the bathroom story. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I haven't tell you another story from way back, but hi, Trisha. How are you doing tonight? I will have to double check my calendar, but I have a date set with Trisha coming up. Is it this Saturday? It should be this Saturday. And I have a date set with Vintage and Vino as well on their channel. I believe that is on Friday. I should know these things, but I didn't double check. So I think I need to start this at about, I would probably put it in my booth about $65. So it probably could start here around 40. It's about 4 to 5 pounds of glass. Thank you, Trisha. Appreciate it. She's on it. She has more memory, less driving brain than I do. It's in really great shape. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of black glass out there, but the majority of black glass, a lot of it is that black amethyst because it's so dark and black is a hard color to make. And I know that Ellie Smith made one of these in that bittersweet orange color, and those are going for crazy money. So I said, Jeff, if you ever see this in bittersweet, bring it home. I really don't care how much you pay for it, unless it's like $500. But it is neat. It's kind of like a barrel shape, but it's that really nice handled cookie jar. And lots of times people take this lid and put it on. There's a shorter like canister about this tall that it fits on as well. So I haven't seen, and I don't think I have had this myself before. If I've seen it, it hasn't had the lid or it has the wrong lid on it. So when I saw it all together, I thought, well, I'm going to pick it up now because it would make a great addition to some of the oranges in my booth as well for Halloween, fall, harvest as this time of year as well. So yes, definitely. Those mountains get in the way. And that is too heavy for me to hold like that at this time of night because I don't want to drop it for sure. Am I fuzzy? Or is it just me? Or am I fuzzy? Hi, Kristen. How are you doing tonight? Glad you could join us. I'm going to double check the connection here on my tablet. Well, I don't have something in my hands. Excuse me. Plug that one in. Okay. I'm fine. All right. Cool. It just looks fuzzy to me. All right. I think what we're going to do, put that one back in here. And go to the next box. We're back. Let's see what's in this one. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, I got a little floral arrangement, and apparently it's come unstuck from the container. Let's see if we can show it. This one might, oh, okay. It looks like it has come all apart. It might need a little reassemblaging because, yep, that's what's happened. Okay. So it comes with a flower frog. One of these kind, which is probably in itself worth the start price. Or I could just sell it in pieces because it's all over the place. It's probably what I should do. I should just sell the flower frog by itself and start it at $12 because these are pretty cool. And then I can sell the other parts of it because it's already come apart. And this is over £1 and it's got, whew, it's a little dusty. Got a little bit of that flower foam or clay for keeping it. They tried to get it stuck onto the piece itself. Yeah, and it's a good size so that it wouldn't wiggle around. It's 4 inches across and about 2.5 inches tall. So the really cool things about this one would be that it doesn't have those really sharp points. So if you wanted to use it for putting ephemera in, it wouldn't scratch your paper or things like that. I sometimes, if you have a big, thicker piece of paper, it doesn't, the cardboard gets split by those points because it doesn't have a spot to go down in totally. So, and then if there's somebody, if the purchaser, right, some assembly required totally. If the purchaser is interested in me removing this clay before I ship it, you'll have to let me know at the end here. I saw a few frogs, and this is actually a really good price because I even saw like the little itty bitty ones that were like a 1-inch spiked one. They had $15 a piece on those at the store. So I was like, that was a no-brainer when I saw this little combination to pick it up. So I think we have Laura in at 12, Miss Paula. And we can count it down. What is she sending you pictures of? Oh, I must have jumped. Last call. Hi, Danny girl. How are you doing? Thank you, Laura. Let me know if you want me to try and remove that clay. It would reduce the weight a little bit, but it probably would be better if so it doesn't, I can remove what I can if you're fine with that. Thank you, Laura. Okay, so let's see. I don't think people are terribly interested in ivy or ferns. Okay. If you're interested in vintage ferns and ivy, you let me know because they're super cheap. Otherwise, they'll probably get tossed. Let's see. That's nothing either. Okay. So I'm gonna, let's see, get all the pieces back together. There. That's one, that's one, that's one. Huh. Okay. Well, then, okay. So I have vintage mushroom picks. Now they're heavier because they have kind of, you know, they've been through something. And I have two. This one's got a larger and a small. This one's got a medium and a small. And then I have two that are kind of singles. This one's a single. I don't know what the best. Oh, that's what they did. Somebody wired them, like put them together with the floral tape right here. So I can do a group of two smalls and a large, two smalls and a large, two smalls and a large. So I have three sets like that. And then this set would be three smalls. Oh, well, there you go. That works good. I think these would need to start at probably, I've never seen these before, honestly. I think they need to start at $7 for a set of three. So there's three. There's these three together. This three is a set. And then there's these three smalls as a set. And I have no clue how you want to put that all together as a comment, Paula. They do definitely need to be dusted. They come with dust included and a little grunge. So we'll call this number one. So it's got the two smalls and a large. This will be number two, which has a large, a small, and a small. Number three will be the one that's got the large and two smalls. And number four will be the group of three smalls separately. I thought these were pretty amazing. I had that other, I've had other mushroom picks before, and they were like all one piece, and like the cap itself was not like this. It wasn't two-tone like this. So these are pretty cool. And up inside these, you can see like the striping, like the lines you normally see here inside a mushroom as well. And they are authentically vintage because this house hadn't been occupied for quite a while. So, oh, that's neat, Kathy. I love picking up mushrooms because they go so well with the pixies and the little gnomes and stuff. So we have Danny in at 7. We can, you think 60s? Okay. I don't know if somebody like took them apart to make how they want their arrangement to be, but then they obviously floral tape some together for a grouping and all that stuff. So we can count it down. We got last call. And we were sold. So Danny, you could just tell me what grouping you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, or any and all combinations. Because that's 3, 6, 9, 12 mushrooms all together. So it's $7 a group. Let me know what you would like to do, please. And I don't think I'm missing any. Nope. I'm not missing any mushroom caps. We got them all. all out of the bag. Danny girl. 7 each. 2 and 4. 2 and 4 with the 3 smalls. Okay. Got you. Thank you very much, Danny. Put them over here. Don't mix them up. And if anyone else is interested in a group of mushrooms, you can put, we'll say this would be group 1, and this is group 3. They're $7 a group. Thank you, Danny. That's going to need a bag, so I don't lose your mushrooms. Stay. Hopefully they won't jump off my shelf. And this is what they had the thing in, but I don't know if this is copper or what. And again, it's got the floral stuff in the bottom, and this probably needs some cleaning up before I can really offer that as anything viable to you all. Okay. Let's see. How are we doing? Laura's going to take 3. 3. 3 is this one. Got you, Laura. Thank you. Got it. Perfect. And you'll take 1. Well, there we go. A clean mushroom sweep. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. Oh, brass before, yeah, maybe. Thank you, Paula. I think I got them all. Okay. In my head. Think in my head. Trying to think where I got this one. Okay. This is one Jeff picked up first. We're walking around this mall, and he picked up this one. This is pink satin Viking covered candy dish. It has 3 toes, so very much like the flower lights where they put the frog on top. But this one is lidded, and it needs to start at 25 because I would probably put it out at a show starting around 35 to 40 because it's got the Viking sticker. Oh, yay. Anybody want to go dancing or dating or something? I'm sure somebody will take care of that for me. Thank you, Paula. And it's got a decal. I think it's a decal. I could totally be wrong on this. I am fairly certain this is a decal, but it's a nice muted floral because there's no like artist signature on it or anything. I believe that's what this is. So it's, I don't know if it's the same size as, I don't think I have any flower lights around right here to put like a frog in there. I know I purchased a couple more frogs. Just out of curiosity. Hello, Vintage Gates. How are you doing? Thank you, Bonnie. Appreciate it. I can't see on the device that I'm streaming on if they've been taken care of or not. So. Oh, that's not it. I might have to look a little bit here. Oh, here's one. So when I find these frogs with the holder in the middle for a candle, I usually pick them up because I have some flower lights that are missing them, and it is not the same size, quite a bit smaller than the ones that I normally pick up for the candlelights. So, but yeah, I don't see the satin pink as much. I don't see the pastels as much as the usually I see the ambers, blues, greens, oranges a lot more. So I'm going to set that one to the side just so I don't break it. And these I'm going to keep and try them in the couple that I brought back from the mid-mod show that we're missing frogs for. Yeah, he's doing better. He'll pick up stuff and I'll go, yes, no, yes, no. Or I'll go, it's okay. So he's learning. He's learning a lot. So what that indent was for. Oh, yeah. Oh, the one in the middle. Yeah, the big hole in the flower frog, because it doesn't go through, but all the holes for the flowers go all the way through. Yep, it's for a candle, so they call it a candlelight. Let's see. So you guys are good. I'll just keep going. Yeah. Gotcha. We'll just see how far we can get. I have a choice of 3 Avon pins. They'll start at $5 each. I don't know, but I think this is one of the Small World ones. And it has the little cologne spot. It's not got much left in it, but that's what she is. And yeah, fragrance glaze. And Avon Products, New York, New York. So there's this little gal, and she's about this big, about 1 and 3/4 inches long. This is the Bumblebee. I've had this guy before. He's fuzzy on the bottom. And again, it says marked Avon, 1973, I believe. For that one, choice at $5. And the last choice I have is the little skunk cologne one. The Bumblebee is about the same, 1.5 by 1.5. And let's see, gotta find where it opens. There it goes. It's where the tail opens to the cologne glaze. This one's a little bit more full. And yep, it still smells delicious. That's why it's in a skunk. I think it's pretty cute. Now the skunk is a little taller. It's 2.25 inches tall. So these are all start at $5 choice. I know, I'm just not a fragrance person. So all Avon smells the same to me. I just don't know why. And none of it smells good. So not to my nose. I just can't. I don't know why. That's right. The skunk was never used. Imagine that. Let's see. There might be a small fingerprint in there. But definitely not as much as this gal was. Right? I think they're cute. I do think they're really cute. So, and you can see how fuzzy his body is. With the little antennas. Oh, and here is, oh, that one shows up really good. Fragrance glaze. 1972. That skunk is as old as us, Jeff. those are the three. There was several in a box, and a couple of them, which was really weird, had just had an odd paint on them. I don't know why. So this one's got a little tiny bit on it right there, but I think I can get it off with my little magic eraser. So, all right, they're going over here on the tray with the Santa pin. Joletta's going to take the skunk. I got you, Joletta. Skunk, go in with your ghost earrings. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Right next to the ghosties. Perfect. I did end up putting something back at this store because it was a pair of candles holders, and they priced them. I read the tag as the price for the pair, and when I got to the register, they said, no, that's the price each. And I'm like, why would you price each candlestick separately? I was like, no, thank you. I will pass. Okay. Let's get this one so we can look at it. I got 2 perfumes. Probably save some of this for Trisha's show on Saturday, but I'm gonna have to go searching for a whole bunch of new stuff on Saturday. Uh-oh, Sandy, did you miss something? A perfume, but more of a decorative bottle, and I'm assuming, you know, people did use these back in the day. It's got a nice etch floral design on the green bottle. And I don't know if this is the original stopper because sometimes they get replaced, but it's got a very nice prism stopper with it, and it's nice and tall. So this one is 8 inches, a little over 8 inches with that stopper in it. And I believe there was just a tiny, I think I felt a little catch on it. Now I'm not seeing it. But this green perfume can start at 25, please. Yes, right here. It's got that tiny flea bite right underneath. Right there. You're not going to see it, but it is right underneath. And it's a little bit wobbly in there. So obviously putting it on a dresser would be, or up on a shelf would be the best place for that. The stopper itself is almost 4 inches from end to end. And the bottle is 5 inches tall. And together, yeah, comes to that 8 inches with the, just a little over that, 8 1/4, 8 1/2 with it inserted. Oh, what the deal is with this tablet. Like, I got my phone charging well. I found out it was my cord. And now my tablet doesn't like to charge. Not quite sure what the problem is with the tablet. Okay, and I'm going to do this one right back to back. All right, Sandy, sounds good. This one has the controlled bubble with the ruby with the clear overlay. Again, I don't know who made either one of these, but this is a beautiful ruby perfume. It's got a nice cut edge that's been ground right here at the top. And with that little stopper right there, paired with it makes, as you can see, the nice clear overlay show up very nicely. This red one, about 4.5 inches tall and about 3 inches across here. Jody, hi Miss Jody. Thanks for jumping in, stopping by. Appreciate it. Let's see. In this one, I can start at $30. Trying to give you guys a little bit better prices than I would put them out at my show and or my booth. I don't know. Oh, I could probably come up with that controlled bubble word. And I cannot confirm nor deny that this is Italian in any way, but it's definitely got a beautiful look to it. And a nice little clear stopper. And then it also mirrors the shape with the bubbles as well. So, yes, Bolicante. That's the word. I was coming up with intaglio. That wasn't it. And there's going to be a little bit of a lag, so I'm going to just unwrap a few things while we think about those. Oh, these ones I might have to save. I have to save something for later, don't I, guys? Something has to be a surprise. This is another one of those flower frogs for me to tie in my candlelight. And here's the third one. I think I picked up 3 or 4 of those this whole trip, so that was kind of fun. Thank you, Laura. Okay, let's see what's in. Oh, yes. Now, here's a fun one. This is a Fenton sunfish in crystal velvet. Crystal being the color, velvet being the finish, satinized. It has the old Fenton logo on it. These, depending on the color, are going up to, well, like the really sought after colors are in the $60s and $70 now. But these little sunfish, I would say in the crystal velvet, which because it's a plain simple color, is probably going around $30 to $40. Hi, Jeannie, how are you doing? So I would start him here, excuse me, at 25. They made these in all sorts of colors and finishes. If you watched my video from the gala, one of the tables, well, actually 2 table displays had these little sunfish on them in a variety of colors. Oh, Miss Patsy's in the room. Thank you, Miss Patsy. Danny, are you still here? Did you see the decanter I showed earlier? And since it is pre-logo, it has that old 70s brown black sticker from Fenton, but definitely a distinctive Fenton piece because several ladies here in Colorado Springs collect these, and I know these ones when I see them. So he was a good catch on the way down to Texas. Nope, this is glass. This is glass made by Fenton. The color is crystal because it's clear. And the finish, excuse me, it's called crystal velvet because the finish on these is so smooth and the satiny finish. So they called it crystal velvet. Oh, I can show you quick the decanter again, Danny. I think we're counting down. Miss Patsy on the fish. The sunfish is his official name. Anybody else interested would need to be 26 or higher. Yeah, they're really cute. They're small. I should hold it back here so you can see what size it is. It is 2 3/4, and the base is what's widest on this, which is just over an inch, and then it's about 2.5 inches. So 2 3/4 this way, 2.5 inches, and about just a little bit wider than 1 inch at the base. Yes. Yep. So anything that was done in the clear, their crystal color, with this really smooth satin finish, they called it Crystal Velvet by Fenton. There's a lot of animals in this finish. And we are sold. Thank you, Miss Patsy. Okay, Danny. Here it comes. It's kind of a avocado green to a Christmas color green. Has a double ring here on the neck. And it's kind of like that beaker shaped, triangle shape, and the stopper mirrors that shape. And it was a start of $70. I know there was somebody else out there who was saying they were considering it. And it is 14.5 inches tall and a little over 8 inches wide here at the bottom. It does have a smooth pontil at the bottom, but it is not something I have figured out who made it. But I love the shape, and it was a brighter green than, say, a lot of the 70s green. So that's why I picked this one up. So that was a $70 start on this decanter. Hey, if anybody knows how many thumbs up we have, that would be awesome to see. We have 62 in the room right now. Thank you all for joining me tonight with my haul from Texas. I'm going to put it down so I don't drop the stopper on it. No worries, Laura. Oh, Danny's going to make me pick it back up again. All right. Thank you, Miss Danny. I'm going to put the paper behind it so you can kind of see a little bit more of what the colorway is. So down here, it's a little bit lighter because it's blown out more. And then it gets a little bit darker where it's thicker glass. And then the stopper is just a little bit darker because it's thicker through that neck of the stopper. It has where they tapped it on the table there to get it nice and flat. So it's got a little texture to it. And there's where they ground it off for going into the bottle. It is not totally, you can tell that it's been hand worked here because it's not totally even. And then these two rings were added after the bottle shape was created. There is the ground pontil, so it is relatively smooth. And I'm not seeing any chips in it. All I see is where they, excuse me, where they broke that off the puntee and then ground it down. That's how that looks. Oh, I see, Laura. So you can see it's got a little bit of a tip to it. It's so that hand working. It's not totally flat. Everything's not all the lines 100%, but it is a beautiful shape nonetheless. Yay, Jody. Thank you so much. And I think I can see in my head which shop this was at. I have no clue. I don't remember which state we were in at the time. Oh, okay. See, those are my two guesses. I would have gone to research Blinko or say a Mexican pottery. I mean, excuse me, Mexican decanters, and then and gone from there to figure out who had made it. Oh, nice. 67 thumbs up. Even better. Thank you so much. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate it. Glad I asked if you saw the decanter because I knew you came in a little bit past it. Let me write this down quick. Perfect. Thank you again. Okay, let's see. Here's the bottom of this box. There's going to be these three little things I'm going to keep for later because I have to have a few surprises for another time. But I don't know. If you trust my judgment, you'll think they're cute too. Well, okay, I have a shoe in a blue daisy and button pattern, and it is like basically open all the way across the top. It's in a blue colorway, but it's a smaller size. You got to learn how to get them all nice and snug up against each other on the shelves, Danny. 4.5 inches by 1.5. And it is just a little over 1 inch tall. 1 inch tall. That's right. Laura will make sure it fits for you later. It does not glow. The start on this guy, I'm gonna have to use my memory. Let's start him at $8. There is no marking on the bottom. You can see a little wave in the glass where it was pressed into the mold. But other than that, I don't see any marks on it. I thought it was kind of fun because this would be something you could add to a collection where you could throw, say, your earrings or pins or your change in on a dresser. And it would be very versatile and you could use it as well as having something. Maybe it might have been an open salt. So, but it's something that you could totally use now. Or you could throw like little sweetener packets on a table or on your counter. On a desk, it could hold, you know, pins, rubber bands, paper clips, anything like that. Wow. How is it y'all have too much Blinko? My mom would probably disagree that you can't have too much Blinko. I think every time we go, she comes back out with, I'm only going to get one thing, and that's not how it happens when we leave the store. So, all right. Good night, Healthy Species. Thanks for joining us tonight. Look forward to seeing your new name soon. Cinderella. A Cinderella vignette. Right. With a little, some of those girl figurines with the big dresses. That would be totally cute. Totally cute. All right. Let's go to the, one last thing from this box. I have no idea. This is a new one to me. Patsy, you'd like the red perfume? This one here? Paula, will you, or Patsy, remind me of the start on this, if you could scroll up. I believe it was 30. But if it's not, I will readjust my notes. Thank you, Patsy. I appreciate it. Well, you know, I mean, I get it. I come from a collecting family. I come from a family of resellers, so I totally understand. Sometimes I'm like, well, Ma, if she really likes certain things still, and I'm like, well, how about we thin out some of the stuff that aren't your favorite right now? And that's what she did last time. So we were able to get a few things rotated for, and then she can feel like she can still get a few things that she likes to add to what she's collecting currently. So I have a shelf up here above This, it's only about a foot, foot and a half from the ceiling, and if y'all can see this or not. 30. Thank you, Patsy. You see that little white shelf up there? That's where I have put a bunch of my Scandinavian collectibles. Way up there at the top. So that they're way up out of my way, but you can still see them so that I'm not, I have somewhere else to put some more. Something like that. I really like them up there though. They're fun to have way up at the top like that. Yeah, I know. See, and when you grow up a collector, you just grow up, that's just how it is. You totally understand it. So, all right. This is I believe it's a wall pocket, but the hole for it is here, unless it's a lamp. And it had some sort, no, that's the only thing I'm thinking all of a sudden. Unless it had a light through here, because can you see all these little holes and like the seaweed behind the fish? And that would make more sense to me if it was like a little lamp versus I thought, well, maybe it was a frog and you could put flowers in those holes. But now I'm thinking, yeah, I know vintage gates. Sometimes that's the way it is. That it might have been a lamp. Nonetheless, it's a great fish, like a angelfish kind of piece, and it has a shell right down here. Well, you know, if you can still walk through your room, you're definitely not a hoarder. That's all I have to say. So Andrea is going to agree with me on the lamp theory, and that just dawned on me now, not when I was looking at it in the store. So this I can start at $20. And that's what the opening looks like. Because I was like, nothing like, I'm like, well, you can't put water in it. It definitely can't be a vase unless your water stays this or lower. A TV lamp? Okay. Yep. 4.5 inches tall, maybe a little taller in the front. And it is 6 inches wide and 2.5 inches deep. So the fish kind of sticks out 3D. And it has the like spray painted designs on all the colors of it. Yep, that's what happens. It goes into every room. I try and keep certain things in certain places, but then I was like, well, that's kind of silly because I spent a lot of time up in my bedroom because, you know, when the kids are little and stuff like that. And I'm like, I want to put a few of my collectibles up there because I want to look at the ones that I like the best up there, and that's where I see them the most. I didn't see some of these things out here in the dining room, and now I'm out here almost every day, so it's okay. But fairy lights in it would be cute. You are correct. Let's see if one of mine will work. The other one, I have multicolor ones. Let's see if that'll, can you see you can see it, but it's not like showing up a lot, so. Yep. You have to be creative in your displays. Lots of the people we know just keep buying more cabinets or shelves, glass cases, and put them right up next to each other and go all the way around the room with them. So, all right, this fish light, I'm going to stick to the side. We'll go on to the last box. See if we can do it without knocking it over. Okay, this one was just fun. Refrigerator baking soda holder. And that is the original box. You can start at $5. Anything on the bottom? I'm sorry, Patsy. There is a partial sticker. And I think it says Japan, like the first 3 letters of Japan. But I can't tell what other name is on there. Let's see. The light does add a little bit dimension to it. It says import IMP a fair something hand painted. A fairy, I think it says fairy, Fairy. And in the middle is the beginning of import, and then it says hand and a P. So that's what I got out of that. Okay, back to the baking soda lemon. Miss Paula, he can be start at $5. Comes in the original box. I do need to. Oh, did they take off the sticker? They did take off the sticker. There was a sticker on it. It is totally gone now, so we don't have to worry about that. So here's the directions on how to fill it. We're putting it in. It's got the holes in the top, and here he is, little plastic guy. I know, isn't that funny? And I don't know if it says right there or not. What is? Nope, that just pops right out. There's no twisting involved there. It just pops in and out, and it says 1983. And then the food comes made in Hong Kong. But I don't know if it Louis the Lemon refrigerator baking soda holder. Other than that, oh, design registered with a trademark number. And other than that, you get the box and Louis the Lemon for $5. And boy, it's just a really cute little piece. It's about 4 inches by 2.5 inches. About 2.5 inches by 4 inches. That's right. Because he's puckering up, he's so sour. Making him drool from his pucker power. And what's fun, I think, about the ones that come in the box like this is you have the piece and the box with the graphics for display if you like them. And it's all in great condition. I think the baking soda graphic could use a little bit. Almost looks like a box of matches, but all right, Lorna's out. Thank you all so much. Stinking cute. It's like those Pucker Power, those Sour Patch candies. And last call. And I have to wait for Paula because it's so hard to scroll on this one. All right. Is that Joletta? That's 7. Thank you so much. I have had something like this before, and I don't recall what happened to it. It might be packed away in one of my mid-mod vintage boxes. Made in the USA. I'm trying to see what it says. Copyright. Gotta get out the shooters tonight. Raglan, Ragaline. Made in the USA. And this is plastic. Needs a little wash because this is dusty and the rest of it is not. You can kind of tell. But it's made to look like glass. Like a thumbprint or some kind of pattern like that. But it's actually plastic. So this one would start at $10. I'd probably put it in my booth for about $15. It's got 3 toes on it. It's not cracked. And it doesn't have any chips out of it. Just needs a little wash. And it has the copyright right on the bottom. Right there. Right at that toe. And it says made in the USA. I know, right? See, that's why I think it's neat about these is something like this, that the companies started copying what the glass looked like. So it was lighter and they could ship it easier and it'd be durable. But even this hard plastic, if this hits the ground wrong, it's gonna crack and shatter too. But it technically wouldn't break like glass would. Right, it'd be great for something in a bathroom, in your kitchen, tea bags, coffee bags, sweetener packages, anything like that that you need a little container for organizing. Yep, and definitely cheap to make. And I know I had another one like this before. And I think it's in one of my vintage boxes. So as I go through those and start getting ready for the Christmas stuff to come out, I might come across it, which will be pretty fun to see if we can compare them. Oh, Lois is in at 10. And I love this teal color. It's a great colorway. Oh, let me tell you how tall it is. It is about 8.5 inches tall and 4 3/4 inches wide. Let's see what else. Looks like there was a little bit of some marker on there, but that'll come off when I wash the lid. Dirt is free, but I like it to be nice and sparkly when you guys open it, so I'll give it a little polish. But hey, definitely lighter for shipping as well, so that's cool too. All right, we're counting it down for Lois. And she got last call. Boy, just you can tell, just that little bit of a week's time. There's different allergies here in Colorado than when we left. The trees are starting to go. Oh, thanks, Sandy. Thank you, Miss Laura. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's hard to explain it when we put up crazy stuff like that, isn't it? I got an egg plate. It is ceramic with the chickens in the middle of it. Made in Japan. If anyone is interested, you can let me know, but I thought this would be good for my BTS ladies because they really like the deviled eggs plates for display. Let's see. Oh yeah, that'd be really cool. Hey, look, another. I think I found another one of those. The flower frog, candlelight flower frog. Okay, these are fun. You get both of them out. There should be 2 of them. Okay. Now, I know that the style is, these are cobalt Christmas trees. Have fun camping, Danny. Not my cup of tea, but if you love it, go for it. Enjoy. I know this style is, I don't know. I know what they were good enough to pick up. They're really cute, both in this cobalt color. There's no markings on them. They have that nice polished ground bottom on them. So be nice and cool to go camping this time of year. But if you're going anywhere south, watch for the mosquitoes. It has a carnivalized carnival finish on it. You can kind of see the oil slick kind of between the branches. And it has the white speckles on it from before they rolled the cobalt in a little bit of frit before they put it in this mold. And it looks like they've stretched them out a tiny bit at the top because they're all both a little bit different. These I do need to start at I've been seeing these going for about $40 to $50 a piece in the cobalt color because it's a more sought after color. So I need to start them about $35 for choice, right? Stay warm for sure. Right, Lindsay? I know I have two and I think I have a third one somewhere that I need to find one that fits. So hopefully one of these four, that's right, blue spruce. So Paula's got it in there. Thank you so much. I am with you there. I prefer flushing toilet, running water. And yes, hopefully it's not too cold yet. Oh, Cindy is in at 35. Now, this one is a tad, just a tiny bit shorter. I will get you the measurements. 6.5 and 6.25. So the one is just a 1/4 inch shorter than the other. And widest point is about 3.5 inches wide here. So 6.5 inches tall, and this one is 6.25. It's not much different, but just a little bit shorter. Patsy's in at 36. Yes, I mean, I usually just see these in clear with the white. So when I found the cobalt, I picked them up because I know everybody loves, there's a lot of tree collectors out there, not just glass people who get trees. And the cobalt is a beautiful color, and it has that gorgeous carnival or iridized finish added to it with a little bit of the white frit to make it look like snow. I see Cindy at 37. So it is choice. They are both the same shape of the tree. This one also has that nice ground bottom on it. And the only thing I'm seeing difference is just the tip of the trees themselves. So this one is quite well rounded at the top. And this one looks like it was maybe pulled or something, just a smidge, just got a little bit different shape there to the top of it. So Cindy is out, Patsy's in at 39. So this can be choice number 1. This can be choice number 2. Well, I wouldn't want to put one of these in the same box as a decanter because these are over a pound, pound and a half of glass each. We are sold. Thank you so much for your offers. So Patsy, would you like both? Or number 1 is, let's try and get it, that one. And this one will be number 2. It has just a little bit different shape there on the top. Yeah, it's just stretched just a little bit more right there at the top. We have about a half a box left. Set them down here. We'll wait on the lag. Oh, Steph went back to sleep? Was she up late? Again? She's always up late. Surprised she's not on tonight. I have to refill my cup while we're waiting on the lag on that choice. That's right, Paula is on it. She's like, Patsy, you're up. Which one is taller? This one is taller, just by about a 1/4 of an inch. And it wants to focus on my face. This one is taller, and this one is just pulled a little bit more. So you can see the top is just a little bit narrower. This is a taller one. Number 1, number 2. I'm assuming, do you want the taller one? That would be this one. Oh, the lag. And if she's not taking both, Cindy. Wants number 1. Thank you, Miss Patsy. Cindy, would you like the other one? Or was it 38, Miss Paula? Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. I forget that she's moving, like, or she has moved. It's all happening recently. And because when I go on a trip, a lot of the social media stuff just isn't in on I don't catch up to it as much or keep up with it as much when we do those extra trips. Thank you, ladies. Okay. Oh, I can relate to that. I don't think I'd ever be able to go back to sleep if I took a 2-hour nap in the afternoon, though. I'm not good with that. Okay. I have a Viking Epic Drape in their orange color, which is persimmon, 3-toe candle holder. And I can start this at $18. It is a single holder. It is just about 4 inches tall and about 4.5 inches wide across, and about 4 inches tall at the highest point here. And let's see, yes, because it is that persimmon color, you can, let's see if we can get it to show. There's a bit of a glow in that orange. I can see it in the foot. I'm not sure if it's showing. Yeah, you can see it on where it's going yellow on the foot there. And I'm sure my light is really dim tonight. But it does have that slight glow under black light. What would be awesome is if somebody had another one to make a pair for it. This was one of the in that antique store that we went straight to the bathroom. This is one of the first things I found on my way back up to the front. And I was like, yes, please, I need that. I see we're going back and forth. We have Carol and Lorna and Carol and Lorna. And Lorna's at 21. I want to make sure that everyone has a chance to answer. If you would like to be 22 or higher, Carol. And this would be something with one of those swung bases, like in the middle of it. At first, I thought it was just a short bowl because it's the same mold that they use for those vases that they swing out. They take all this glass and pull it out. And then I realized when I picked it up that it has a candle holder spot in it. Carol's at 23 and Lorna's out. Thank you so much. Paula is counting us down and we are sold. Wow, that one went fast. Thank you, everybody. This one I think I need to do a little bit of research on, but I will show it to you so you know what it is. This is a rose overlay, so it's got the light pink color over the white. melon shaped, which is the segments here, ewer or pitcher, because it's got the handle attached to it. So you can see where there's a spout on the top of it. And I think this is an older piece because it is well before Fenton marking it. I know it is Fenton because I've had this shape before in a different color, but I don't know it's what this color is currently going for. So it needs to go in my Fenton pile, but thought I would show it to you all. That's just a nice older piece. I've had that before in the mulberry, which is that blue to purple color. So that's fun. Cheryl, oops, what did I miss? Oh, okay. I see. Good to know, Cindy. Thank you. It's pink. Oh, it doesn't really look tan in here, and I'll hold it back up against for you. It is that really light colored rose pink, like a rose crest sometimes on a bowl. And then it is over the white. So they call it rose overlay. And it is not as bright. It's not a bright pastel. But that helps get a little bit truer to color there. So, okay. This booth had a sign that said, the sale was on all the lemons and all the roosters in the booth. I'm glad that helped, Rita. Oh my goodness. So I looked around to see what else. That was where I found that lemon, the lemon head for the freezer. Now this is a set, and Paula, it can start at $12. There's no mark on the bottom. And this is the tray for it. So here's the little lemon-shaped jam jar or jelly jar or marmalade. Got a spot for the spoon right here. And then the salt and the pepper go on the tray like so. They have a really fun texture to them. They're really to look like lemons. There is the one, here's the other. They do not have their corks. And this one had a little bubble in the ceramic right there. It's not a chip. It was just a little bubble when it was originally poured in the mold, and it's just missing. Just missing there. None of the pieces are marked on the bottom either. But just a cute little accent to a table. And that's the lid. It is about 3 inches tall as a set and about 5 inches long, about 2.5 inches wide or deep. It does have a little miss on the glaze on the tray. It's not a, you can see where it's missing the green there, but it's under the shiny part, so it's not a chip. But those. So I got some, one of the reasons why I got these lemon items is because for my BTS, the Beautiful Table Settings show we do, I have plates. One of the plates we have has lemons printed on it. And I thought these would be fun accents to go with that on a table. Either for, like they usually stack plates with different colorways. And then the salt and pepper shakers would be cute on the table too. So these are little plates to go with my other ones that are printed in the shape of lemons. And it looks like I have 2 items left. And we'll be close. We'll be at the end for tonight. Now, this one is really funny because this is the second one I have found. I believe I have my other one marked at $125 because this is a Kelsey. Kelsey Murphy did a lot of the sand carving for Fenton. Worked with them, learned from the other one, whatever the order was. This is a Pilgrim cranberry vase, like a bud vase. It is 10 inches tall. That's wrong. 8 inches tall. Right, Lindsay? And it has these hummingbird and this flower sand carved. I'll try and get it out of the, wants to reflect on the vase. So this is the second one I have, which amazes me in and of itself. And to find them in little bitty shops in different parts of the world are amazing. There's her signature, and does she do it on the bottom? I don't believe she signed anything on the bottom of this one, since it's got the signature on the side. Oh, okay. There you go. Cindy's got the lowdown on stuff. All the details. So I would probably be able to offer this at $80 here. One of the places we went to this summer was that West Virginia Art Museum, and they had a Kelsey Murphy display of her carved pieces. I would guess, because I've been able to find 2 of these, that she probably made a few more of these because it's a smaller piece and it's only 1 layer carved, so it not as time consuming, but still the amount of skill and talent it takes to design and do this without breaking the glass is amazing. And it's got a little bit darker, a little more burgundy looking up here in the neck of this one as well. So really pretty. Stephen was like, shut up. I was on the phone with him and I said, I just found another Kelsey. He's like, no, shut up. I'm like, sorry, Stephen. Okay, this is the grand finale. And this is gonna be a little bit doozy on the price point. So Fenton, topaz, opalescent. So yellow is the topaz, opalescent is the white on the edge. Hobnail, which is the pattern here underneath the cake. And then it's a cake stand because it's a footed cake plate. This is before logos. There's nothing underneath there. These are going right now for quite the pretty penny. And at a show, I think it's going to start at around $495. But that topaz glows like crazy. These are older pieces. They're harder to find. And that's why I have to ask that for it. Oh, that's a bummer. So I know, I know it's a really neat piece. Stephen's like, if you don't buy it, I'll buy it. I'm like, I need to buy it. Yes, I know. I mean, I was on the phone with him. He wasn't there with me, but it is 12.5 inches across and stands about 5 inches tall. Yes, it is one solid piece of glass. I can show you here. There's mold lines There's a 3-piece mold, one here, and one here. And then those lines continue onto the base. They continue down the base, like here. So yes, this is one solid piece of glass. Sometimes there's some cake plates that the plate was poured separately from the stand and they're connected here. But the older ones, oh, wow. Well, that was a great price then, Cheryl. This one's going down to my Alabama show. So either somebody didn't know what they had, or maybe they started it too low, but it sounds like a great deal for whoever got it. So that is my last piece. I got a lamp, but it is too big for me to ship, so that is where I am at tonight. So unless there's anything anybody wanted to see again, you can throw it in the chat quick. Thank you all for joining me. Thanks for all the thumbs up. I feel like I have talked a lot tonight. And I'll show you the lamp quick, but I don't want to ship it. So it's going to go to my booth. It is made with a Fenton French opalescent finger holded. It's either a candle holder or it was a perfume. And somebody drilled it and turned it into a lamp. And it's a really cute one with this nice little rose shade on it. So that's going to the booth. Laura, I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know for sure, other than there was something. You're welcome, Carol. Thank you. There was something, yes. Is it catastrophe or Calypso Cat had something on it about Roselli. How much are you asking, or are you not selling the lamp, Patsy? Calypso, yeah, Calypso Antiques. She has something about Roselli. I think she was collecting it. Other than that, I've seen an obituary, and there was something on that through the funeral home that they were sending cards and stuff to the family. So thank you, Bonnie. I appreciate it. Patsy, are you asking about this? I am going to sell it. I just am not wild about shipping lamps because they're so heavy, and the metal attached to the glass is really tricky to ship. It is going to go out at my booth, and I'm going to put it at my booth. I'm going to put it for $115. The yellow cake plate. When I was talking to Stephen and comps and stuff for what these are going for right now, he said I was going to put a starting price on it of $4.95 at my show. Thank you, Jody. Appreciate that. Yes, Kristen, my booth is at American Classic. It is B29. So Patsy, I don't know if that answers your question or not on that cake stand. But yeah, there's a link with her obituary, and I think if what I read, it had something on it for the funeral home. If you wanted to send on condolences or something through them, there was a link for that. And then Calypso Cat, I think, or Calypso Antiques, had some sort of a thing that she was collecting, that there's supposed to be a video that I was going to go track down and find out about as well. But I just heard about that today. So, but thank you, everyone. I appreciate your purchases. I appreciate you hanging out and just seeing what I found on my trip. You're welcome, Kristen. Yes, if anyone happens to come through Colorado Springs, I have a booth at American Classic. It is within eyeshot of Avon's booth. Mine is B29. It's in a corner, so it's not too far in from the front door. And they have maps, so if you need a map, check one of those, because sometimes you can get lost in that place. And that is my trip from Texas. I thought we did an awful lot of snooping, actually, considering going down for a wedding and all the family stuff this weekend. So it's always fun to be able to get a little bit of the shopping in as we go too. So I don't know what they are. Yes. Oh, I see. I got you, Sandy. Okay. I think I'm gonna call it a night. It is in my brain, it's almost midnight because I've been in Central Time for almost a week now. So I'm getting a little bit tired, more than normal. And I think I'm gonna call it a night. And if anybody's watching on the replay, please put in the comments if you're still interested in something that didn't sell tonight. You can let me know. So thank you again, everybody. I appreciate it. I get lost in there all the time, Kristen. So good night, everyone. Thank you for watching. Have a good one. See you soon. I'll be on with Vintage and Vino on Friday night and with Trisha on Sandy and Otto on Saturday night. So I have a couple more shows this week. See you there.